step in the ring, it's NXT time. D-Walk on the mic, gonna blow your mind. We bring the energy, the crowds go wild. We stay on top, we never back down. We break the boundaries, push the limits. NXT wrestling, we the epitome of brilliance. From the mat to the mic, we bring the fire. D-Walk's the name, I'm the rhyme supplier.
In a squared circle, we wrestle with passion, heart and dedication. That's our ultimate fashion.
Damn, Rican, where you found this? P.U.W.F exclusive. This is the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans. If you don't like it, suck our D-Walk, Joe BNCO, and the Invisible Man.
Hey, that was dope. That was a dope little crossover.
Within,
I was scared. I was like, wait, I
welcome
didn't
to
watch
the
NXT.
P.U.W.F, the podcast. Yeah, I was like, sorry. We have Drunk Walk behind the buttons tonight, and he forgot what day of the week it was. He drank too much.
A little too much apple juice.
Hey, you could tell. You be able to tell if I'm drunk. If I only got one eye open, I got my Forrest Whitaker eye. That's when you know I'm drunk, but I ain't drunk. I got both mine.
All right, pops.
By the way, was that
sure?
you, Joe, in the intro saying "Damn Rican"? Where'd you find this?
Yeah.
No, that was no, that's that was thing Alex had made, the Invisible Man had made.
Oh, okay. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, he made that for exclusives and stuff. Oh, so everybody, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans. We have a special guest tonight, host of the Misfit Nation podcast, Mr. Krishan the Don.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Joe, D-Walk, my friends. Thanks for having me on.
What's going on? Anytime.
Family's always welcome, sir.
Yeah, you know, all you gotta do is knock ring the doorbell with a 6-pack or some Hennessy, and you good.
Let me borrow some sugar.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys, man.
D-Walk's always good about giving people sugar.
Oh man, here you go.
Ooh.
Hey, you got the wrong person this time. That's deep.
Next question is that apple juice or is that just Michigan water?
It's both.
That's that Flint water.
Well, actually, it's apple juice made in Michigan.
It's Flint water, and
it
actually looks good today.
Yeah, we actually get our nutrients and vitamins. We get our nutrient and vitamins out of this.
Normally Flint water comes out looking like a Modelo Dark or a Guinness.
Hey, that's hard to find now. Hey, that's top stuff. Hey, that's like $50 a bottle right there. That's hard to find right now.
That's the one that's got the superpowers in it.
Yeah, you get superpowers and everything for like 2 hours.
Yeah, you'll glow after that.
Also a third eye, a third nut, and possibly a third arm. So wrestling this week.
You, definitely your kids. Sorry, go ahead.
Kids, you won't have any of those. You could ask D-Walk about that. He knows all about not having that.
Oh man, come on.
Boy, he's laying in.
Come on, man.
Don't get fresh now.
Hey, I'm just thinking smart, not like you that got like 14 of them.
I can't help it. I shake hands and give kids. I can't.
I just don't go to everybody club and shoot it up.
I can't help it. You know, they made birth control, but it wasn't strong enough to stop me. So
Joe is a walking sperm cell.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people that you could have double birth control with a condom and it still don't work.
Yeah, see? You know what I mean? You go to everybody club and shoot it up, and then
if you want a kid, if you want a kid, just hit me up. I'll give you one. It won't take me long. Just one time.
He'll just drive by and throw his cum at you. Still get her pregnant.
And then the kid be born like 2 days later with a mustache and hair.
A full beard, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Italian gene.
So it's hot in there.
Hey, at least my kids can grow hair. I don't know about you still can't grow hair. I don't know what's going on with that.
Hey man, I could grow hair on top of my head. I just can't grow it on my face. That's because you got to shave your face every other day. It's not cool.
It's sad when you probably got a full of bush on your balls and you do on your face.
I do. Matter of fact, why you got to tell everybody? I do.
Now he's going blue.
Probably looks like undercover brother underneath the belt. Probably needs a pick.
I'm gonna drink to that one.
Looks like the girl from Scary Movie when she takes her panties off.
It's apple juice. Remind me, I'm drinking that. It's apple juice. I'm not drinking today.
So he says. I got the comments up in case anybody says anything. Wrestling this week's been I don't know what to think about wrestling this week, to be honest with you.
I'll put it this way, our opening conversation was more interesting than the actual wrestling shows.
Yeah.
That I watched.
Really. I mean, AEW wasn't bad. They had some good matches on AEW. We had a women's qualifier match, Fatal 4-Way with Toni Storm, Mina Shirakawa from New Japan, who's actually signed with AEW now, from Stardom. KZM, I think her name is.
Mm-hmm.
And the returning Sky Blue.
Mm.
Really good Fatal 4-Way women's match, surprisingly. All good competitors. And Toni Storm took the first loss ever in her career in a women's eliminator match. She was on a record of 12-0 in championship eliminator matches, and that she took her first loss ever in an eliminator match on Wednesday to Mina Shirakawa, who Mina Shirakawa actually pinned Toni Storm, setting up for a world title match at Double or Nothing. Yeah, Mina Shirakawa is very good. She's a very sexualized Japanese woman.
Yeah.
If you look her up, Krishan, she comes out like flaunting her shit, like shaking her tits and her ass, and she like works it into her gimmick.
But women don't need to be sexual to be successful in wrestling.
Oh shit, she takes that shit to the next level, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
She damn near stripper-fies that shit.
So I'm assuming she'll be in NXT in the next year and a half.
No, she's in AEW. She just signed with them. She's with them for 3 years, and she's really good. Okay. She's a very good wrestler. But she's not stupid. Most Japanese women are kind of conservative when it comes to like their dressing and their sexuality.
You don't see that a lot with them.
No. But she's more sexualized. She's more like, I'm going to shake my ass and my tits out and put my tits out for everybody to look at.
Yeah, it's like
and Nikita Lana to do that, and she can't win a match, and she's still in the WWE.
Nikita Lyons.
Do you think that I get the feeling that a lot of Japanese women, they kind of like, look at Io Sky, right? She kind of does the cutesy thing, like she's playing the cute schoolgirl kind of thing. I think there is
Asuka.
Yeah, well, Asuka's a little different because she'll do that, but she more along the lines of a monster.
Yeah,
trying to be. But yeah, I think there's still a sexual element to that though.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like it's not as abrasive, not as out there.
Right. But I feel like Japanese women do it more in WWE. I mean, more in like the US based wrestling promotions. We do have Stardom, which kind of allows that more than anything, because Stardom is all women. Stardom's very lenient on their policies and things like that when it comes to that type of thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Don't you think a lot of the Japanese or even Asian women come over here knowing that there is like an American Asian fetish? kind of thing going on. Yeah, they play into that even if it's not completely sexual.
Mhm.
That's kind of the fetish, is that they're submissive and
Gail Kim did it.
Yeah.
yeah. That's the
She turned a whole career into it. She went from being like a Matrix character in W.W.F to going to TNA and becoming Gail Kim and actually ruling that company and taking the world title and running with it and becoming a Hall of Famer and for TNA.
Hey, y'all remember ODB? She
Yeah.
used to come out and grab her tits and everything, and then drink some liquor.
Yeah,
my type of woman.
Yeah.
My type of woman.
she's hella fun to party with, man. She's hella fun to hang out.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah, we used to hang out on like in Kentucky, down on 7th Avenue Live. She used to come. Brandon and she used to come, and when she was down and like hang out, and Brandon would hit her up, and we'd all go hang out and drink and shit.
Hey, you remember the Waffle House incident with Mike?
Her wrestling persona is not much different than her real persona.
No,
I can see that. Yeah, I could see that.
The grabbing the tits, the drinking, like she's awesome. A lot of energy.
I wish we had more female wrestlers like that though, like with some kind of like entertainment value.
We had Nitty in WWE.
Yeah.
But they didn't let that go very far with her and Jamie Noble.
Yeah, like a white trash gimmick.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if you think about it,
he like passed his wife around too.
Yeah.
Remember, he used to pass her around, and be like, "Get on there and give that man, start making out with that man, give him a kiss."
Yeah.
Like on TV.
I don't remember that. Wow.
Yeah.
One time she had Jamie Noble had her do it to Michael Cole. Yeah, she like got up on the table on her hands and knees and like started making out with Michael Cole.
Can we talk about the like, I get Michael Cole's been around for a while, but what's this like all of a sudden there's this new worship of Michael Cole?
It's because he's been around for 30 fucking years, man. He's become the new Jim Ross. He's like,
I was gonna say, can you really call him the GOAT if Jim Ross is still alive? Even though Jim Ross isn't what he used to be, he's still. I'd rather listen to Jim Ross call Raw.
Right.
Jim Ross was just diagnosed with cancer again.
Yeah.
Prostate cancer.
Yeah, it came back again.
He had skin cancer. He got better from that, and then now he's got prostate cancer.
Yeah, that sucks, bro. Cancer fucking sucks.
He's not gonna be on TV.
But we do got to give it to Jim Ross. He's been through a lot of fucking health problems and still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And still doing it.
Yeah.
He's resilient, that guy. He had palsy in the 90s. Early 2000s. Had multiple like episodes with that.
Mm-hmm.
Strokes too.
Strokes. What was that?
Wife.
He said cancer 2 times now.
Losing his wife.
Losing his wife.
Jim Ross gonna beat it, man. Fuck cancer, bro.
Still fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Cancer doesn't have a chance.
Jerry Lawler went through a lot too.
Yeah.
Remember he had that stroke on live TV?
Yeah.
Jeez, that was crazy, huh?
Didn't he have a heart attack too?
No, that was it. He had a heart attack on live TV.
Hang on a second.
What were we just we're just talking about? Michael Cole love.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like for instance, you saw what he did at the Pat McAfee show, where he came out and he's like drinking Jack Daniels on stage. And he's like, I've always wanted to do this because all my favorite rock stars did this. And everybody online is like, Michael Cole's the coolest. It's like, no, it was fucking lame.
Yeah. Hey, I watched that APA documentary, bro. That shit was dope as hell. Like
Ron, they had a documentary?
Huh?
I didn't know they had a documentary.
Yeah, I watched it. It's on YouTube. but they give each other so much credit and pushed each other, man. That made me give a whole new different kind of respect, especially learning about how they was in the background and how close they was, and when it was time for them to split up, they was cool with it. Like, hey, it's your turn now. I was world champion, now it's your turn. Yeah, it was dope.
Those two guys had a lot of respect for each other. It's
Yeah,
one of those
very
like,
loud.
you see the friendship and you appreciate it, even though you're
Yeah,
not part of it.
and they inducted each other into the Hall of Fame, and that's what made it dope. They was alive to induct each other. Normally, you got one dead and one alive, but they was both able to induct each other. That was dope.
Did you? I know they're doing more documentaries. I'm trying to think what some of the other I know there's more documentaries that I saw that they were doing.
Yeah, but did you see that APA one, Joe?
No, not yet.
Man, it's dope.
Did you see that they're so you saw that they fired Braun Strowman, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now and did you see he has a cooking show coming out?
Yeah.
I did hear that. Yeah.
WWE had him do this cooking eating show and knew the show was getting ready to come out and still fucking fired him. I was like, what are you dumb? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's dumb.
I think sometimes we take the releases a little too seriously. I think that's just kind of part of wrestling. Like wrestlers get released, especially when you have a wrestler like Braun Strowman. Like I get it, WWE should keep him around, just keep him on contract. But if you don't have anything for him, you don't really have anything creative for him, let him go and do something else.
Well, they kept Omos on contract.
Mm-hmm. And he's still on contract.
Well, isn't he wrestling for New Japan or something right now?
He lost the belt like a while ago.
He was though.
Yeah, but he was, and then they said they were going to have something for him to do, and they never had anything for him to do.
And he's been sitting and catering ever since then.
Well, we don't know what they're doing, but that's the thing too. Is that's what they're trying to limit now in WWE, and I kind of understand it because there was a long period of time where they would have literally like 40 unused superstars sitting in catering every week, never having anything. Remember JTG? The whole thing where he literally didn't have a match for like 2 years, or 5 years or something. That's what I'm saying. Is like, they're trying to limit all the unnecessary spending. So I kind of get it, and it kind of gives those guys a better chance of like, all right, I'm gonna go over to AEW or somewhere else and make a name for myself, and then come back and be a bigger name. It can only be good. I don't see really the negative in it.
Unless you're not good enough and don't nobody want to sign you.
Yeah, but that
kind of shows you why WWE probably let them go.
Mm-hmm.
That don't happen very often, though. Most of these guys are good. Indy Hartwell signed to TNA now.
Yeah, and that was dumb for them to do. That was dumb for them to WWE let go.
I agree with you, D-Walk.
Shotzi was another.
Sorry. I agree that then I disagree because I think I understand why they let her go.
They weren't doing anything with her.
They weren't doing anything with her. She was pretty much injured for like 70% of the time that she was there. Like, let her go. And she wasn't really making an impact. Let's be honest.
It's a lot of them not making it. Most of every wrestler that comes from NXT to the main roster not really doing nothing.
True. No. Yeah. And that's partially, I'm not going to take away the blame from WWE Creative because I think Triple H sucks as a booker. I think he's horrible.
I can't disagree fully that he's not great, but he's not terrible, but he's not great. But
yeah,
I feel like they should have ideas and storylines for these characters before they move them up. Everything should be set in place before they move out of the NXT barrier. So when they move up, they have a direction and they have storylines that are written for the next 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
But also, Joe, Triple H needs to stop acting like everybody watches NXT. they'll literally bring somebody up from NXT and not explain them, not explain their backstory, not explain what they even did in NXT. It's just almost like they expect that we all know who, like Lyra Valkyria. I don't know what she did in NXT, but it's like they just go off of that, like we're supposed to be impressed. But I don't watch NXT. I don't have time for it. So it's like I'm sure there's great things going on, but I'm just using her as an example, but I'm just saying everybody they bring up, it's like here's this great guy who did great things in NXT. Now enjoy him. It's like I don't know why.
Like Lyra Valkyria is probably one of the biggest flops. Like I don't understand why she's champion and why they didn't give the title to somebody else.
Dakota Kai, why didn't they give it to Dakota Kai?
Dakota Kai was way more talented, and she had 15 years in WWE. You know what I mean? Like she was there for a while. She's been there for a while.
Because sorry, go ahead, Joe.
No, and just it's one of those things to where they could have given this title to somebody else. They could have given it to Becky Lynch. Get it the hell off her. She doesn't deserve to have that belt. And she's not doing anything with it. She's not elevating the title.
No. None of the titles are getting elevated.
Yeah, but that's the story they're trying to tell with her, and it's not working because that story just doesn't work. It's like we have to have a reason to care about somebody being the champion. It's like you come in and she's brand new and you make her the champion, like that's gonna, like we're all gonna go, she's the champion. Oh my god, I love her.
Yeah.
And it's like people go like, I don't know anything about her except for her freaking entrance where I scream whoop for no reason.
Yeah, they have to put in crowd reaction for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whoop, whoop. They have to plug that in because nobody's saying it.
It's like she comes out dressed like a bird, and I have no clue why. It's the gobbledygook.
Every time she come out the ring like that, she made me want to go get Popeyes.
Now that could be Rachel, but
when I see her come out to the ring, the only thing I think is skeet shooting. I feel like I need to get the buckshot out.
Get the buckshot. You're right. Pull.
Do the bird call again. There, shoot.
Yeah, I want to go duck hunt.
All we need is a dog to jump out and start laughing.
But then she and this is the thing we were talking about last time I was on. Then she cuts a promo, and it's like 2 sentences in. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to listen to you.
Exactly.
You sound like a nerd girl in high school complaining about the lunch in the cafeteria.
And then Becky cuts a promo, and it's like, damn, that was actually good. Like, where's that been? No, I'm talking about the one.
The one on Raw was good.
The one where she was talking about garbage. She's like, you're garbage. You may be like recycled garbage, but you're still garbage. She's like, I took out the trash.
And I did kind of like the thing of like, all right, you guys are calling me greedy. I'm greedy. You're calling me this. I'm going to be that. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, it was an all right promo.
Yeah, like you want to say something, you want to say that I'm greedy or I'm taking from the business, then fine, I'll take from the business. I'll take everything from you. They gave her like the John Cena promo.
Yeah, and that's another problem though. That's where I say Triple H's booking sucks, is that pretty much everybody has the same motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Like either I'm here because I want to show everybody that I'm the best. It's okay. That's pretty much a given for everybody, no? Or it's like, I'm here to destroy wrestling for you.
I'm here to be the champion. Well, everybody's here to be the champion.
Yeah.
Duh.
Give me something else. Give me a backstory.
Give me some more, goddammit. I need more.
Right.
I need some more breadcrumbs here.
I feel like Vince McMahon when he's getting a lap dance on the table. I'm like, more. I need more, goddammit. More.
I want WWE to stick their titties in my face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Take your goddamn shirt off and put your tits right in my fucking goddamn old face.
Right. Just open the show up. Just open the show up with tits.
Rip the pasties off. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's just open up the show like, here go tits. Welcome to WWE.
Here's tits.
Yeah. Just have like 20 chicks walking down with handprints on their titties, just jiggling down to the ring in panties. Welcome to the new World Wrestling Entertainment, and boy, are you going to be entertained.
That's what I say. I say they start Raw just to like show. All right, you know what? We're back. We're gonna start Raw with a bikini contest with all the professional wrestler women.
Where the Godfather at when you need him?
No one's exempt.
Godfather is doing his running his strip club in Vegas.
Here's the thing, though. Think about this, right? A lot of these women go like they pretend they're too like high and mighty to do a Godfather hoe gimmick, or something like that. However, who is the most famous one that started as a Godfather hoe?
Tara.
Lita. I think Lita was
Lita, Tara, or Victoria, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a hoe. Tori Wilson, I think, was also one of the hoes at one point.
Yeah.
Wasn't Victoria the one that won the hardcore title or something like that?
She was the women's champion in both WWE and TNA. She's also in the TNA Hall of Fame too.
One of Godfather's hoes won the hardcore title at one point. The 24-hour title.
24/7 title. Yeah, that was her. There was a lot of women. There was a lot of women who won that.
No, but I remember specifically it was one of Godfather's hoes. That's like it's actually in the lore. It's like it doesn't even have a name to it. But my point is why like they all look up to like a woman like Lita. Why do they think they're above that then? If the legend did it. It's part of the game. It's part of, and I'm not saying there should be a hoe gimmick or something like that, but I'm just saying playing that like, you look at Liv Morgan right now. She's probably arguably the top women's wrestler in the world right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying because of skill. It's because of the storyline. She's willing to play stupid hoe.
Sex appeal, crazy one too.
And her sex appeal is crazy.
Yep.
She's not above it. And that's why she actually gets love from the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa Bliss was the same way. She let her sex appeal shine through and used it to her advantage.
And she gets love from the audience. You hear the pop she gets every time she comes out?
Yeah. Huge. It's just the same way with any other woman that uses sex to sell wrestling. Nikita Lyons, that's why she still has a job, is because she shows skin.
Yeah.
That's why even though she got dropped from WWE and is on TNA, she still goes viral pretty much every week.
She did a backstage thing on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
She had a match on TNA Impact on Thursday. She was on Evolve Wednesday. 3 days in a row, she was on 3 different programs.
Yeah.
They need to make her at least wear less clothes then, bro. It ain't her wrestling skills. You need to wear less clothes.
Man, I don't know if people can handle less clothes. Booker T might have a fucking heart attack. We can't have him stroking out.
Booker T is turning into Jerry Lawler from 99.
Yeah, he is. All you need to do is come out with a crown on his head
and scream puppies.
Yeah,
he's like
he does wear a fucking crown. Remember King Booker?
Yeah.
Oh God. You guys mind if I change the subject here?
No, you can shoot.
I'm curious. What are your guys' thoughts on this new Seth Rollins stable that's looked like it's forming? It kind of already did form, but what do you guys think?
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like they're revisiting the Dangerous Alliance.
Okay.
It's starting to feel like Dangerous Alliance all over again, even though they're saying it's not and it's different. Motherfucker, it's got Paul Heyman as the head of this shit. And you've got Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, who are easily comparable to like an Arn Anderson and a Ric Flair or a Steve Austin and a Arn Anderson. Like you have
Braun's definitely the enforcer of that group.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I'm hearing that Bronson Reed might be getting brought into either them or the bloodline.
It should be Seth Rollins now, bro. That'll make more sense.
No, actually, it wouldn't. Because remember, before he got injured, he was getting ready to go into a feud with Seth Rollins. Remember, he did like the 5 tsunamis on him.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
yeah.
But they could always switch that. It's wrestling. They could always swerve us with that. So
Nah. Look, the thing about it, yeah, he needs to go.
He's a better fit for Bloodline, though. I think.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So what do we get?
I think Jeff Cobb actually he took Bronson Reed's spot. I think that was supposed to be Bronson Reed. That like
I still think they're going to add Bronson Reed when they kick Jacob out.
Yeah. So what if we get Jacob? What if we get Jacob and Bronson Reed on teams?
Jacob's going to go face, and I think Bronson Reed, Cobb, and Solo Sikoa are going to put him out because Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa are out for a while. And I think when Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa come back, I think they're going to be with Jacob, and then they're going to go after Solo, Bronson, and Jeff Cobb.
Ooh, that's going to be too much.
Who? Because what I'm seeing with this Seth Rollins group, right, is they're definitely hinting towards there being a third man with them. Yeah. So my one question we can go to eventually is who's the third man, but let me just make this comment real quick. I think they're kind of wasting Paul Heyman a little bit. I feel like they're the reason why I don't know if it's Dangerous Alliance and that's a little bit before my time, so you could probably inform me better, Joe. But I feel like they're making it that Seth Rollins is actually the brains of this stable. Because if you notice, he'll come up with a plan, and then Paul Heyman will doubt him the entire time, and then it'll come through, and then the Paul Heyman will be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it! You were right." So, and I'm not totally against that because I do like the idea of building that Seth Rollins is like the smartest wrestler. You know what I mean? Because he's obviously not going to be billed as the toughest wrestler or the most intimidating wrestler. So you got to give him something, and it fits to him the whole architect thing and the whole idea that he created the Shield and came up with that whole idea. Like it goes with it. Like I like that idea. So I just feel like it's a little bit of a waste of Heyman and his mic skills. It's almost like you have fucking Michael Jordan on your team and you're like, don't take as many shots. Pass to Scotty a little bit more. Pass to Rodman. It's like, no, I mean, Seth is okay on the mic, but his voice is too annoying. But that's good for a heel, I guess.
But but when I can't even watch Seth Rollins because his clothes got me fucked up. I had to close my eyes and hear him talk because if I open up my eyes, I can't take him serious.
His clothes haven't been that bad lately. They've been actually decent.
I've been getting into the Rollins wardrobe though. I wait for it now.
Yeah.
So like I get you though, D-Walk. Like it's ridiculous and it's obnoxious, but again, I have to remind myself sometimes they're heels. You're supposed to hate them.
It's still women clothes.
And steal his wife's clothes. His wife dresses more manly than him.
Man.
Do you think they're going to add, sorry, I don't mean to direct, but
you're fine.
Do you think they're going to add Becky to that group?
It feels like they're going to.
Yeah.
It does, right?
They need a woman in the group, and she would make sense.
Yeah.
You think she's the third man, or you think that's a whole different level?
I think it's another one, but she could be involved in it.
You need a heavy hitter for your third man, right?
I mean, yeah. No.
Who do you think? Let's theorize here.
You really want me to tell you who I think it's going to be? He's going to piss you off.
Go ahead.
Sami Zayn.
I thought the same fucking thing.
He's going to turn on Punk.
On Jay.
Or Jay or whoever the fuck he was tagging with. No, he's tagging with Punk.
Well, yeah, but I think he's more aligned with Jay. Him turning on Jay is way more powerful. How about him turning on Jay to have Seth win the title?
I think he's going to turn on Punk, and then they're going to have him join the group. Like he's going to turn on Punk and then beat the shit out of Punk with Braun and the other guy.
And then we're gonna And then we're gonna have the Jey Uso, Sami Zayn promo where Jey Uso goes, "We was brothers. We the same.
What the fuck, man? What happened? Like,
How could you do this?
how could you do that? How could you side with them? They beat the shit out of you.
Mm-hmm.
We was Yeet. Now you know Yeet."
And another rumor I heard it was gonna be Austin Theory.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
That could be cool. At least give him like Austin Theory needs to be moved up. I think he's being wasted. He at least has a. I don't think he's amazing, but he does at least have a personality. He has a look.
Triple H don't like him. DTM got tons of comments in here. We haven't even been watching them. Hello, everyone. Shit. Hope you're all doing well. Got to wait and see how it plays out. Seth has my interest. Seth and Braun had a feud. It wouldn't make sense. Bronson.
I think he means Bronson.
Yeah, it does fit them though. You just cooked, Joe. 6-man tag. Jacob and the Tongas versus Solo and his new group. That's what I'm thinking. Seth is one of my favorites. I love this for him. I like Seth's clothes, though they make him stand up. It's cool. Seth is a unique character. Sammy should stay face. Theory is an undercard talent. I agree. And the way with Triple H not liking Theory, I really don't think that they're going to move him into a big story picture.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, are they going to add somebody to this group? Yes. And the person they're adding, yeah, they definitely are. But the reason why they're adding somebody to this group, is it to make the group better? Like to give the group more credibility, or is it to give that person more credibility? Are they going like it's almost like Evolution? Are they adding a new guy to elevate him, or are they going to add somebody to elevate the group? That's the question.
I think it's
Go ahead, D-Walk.
Go ahead, Joe.
I feel like they're going to add to elevate the group.
Yes, me too. D-Walk, you sound like you disagree though.
No. I agree. I was about to say that. I agree. I agree. Like just like Evolution, it's just a new era of wrestlers that should be.
I agree. WWE DTM, I believe, or DT2. Sorry, I believe that WWE does have more faith in Grayson Waller than they do to Austin Theory because of the way that Austin Theory was babied when Vince was there. I just feel like Grayson Waller is more. They use him for more important things than they do Theory.
Yeah, you're kind of. I almost disagreed with you, but you're kind of right in that last statement. I was gonna say though, and this could just be my personal bias. I just see, and I think WWE sees more in Austin Theory than they do Grayson. I feel like honestly, I'd say that Grayson is almost on his way out.
I agree. I think that both him and Theory are both on the way out.
Could be a possibility.
Or I mean, I would really like to see Waller and Theory versus Swipe Right.
Mm.
Two douchebag tag teams facing off against each other.
That'd be a good one.
Just two sets of douchebags fucking beating the shit out of each other, fucking going for clout and clicks.
I love how you put that. It was almost like art.
Hey, that'd be a real douchebag match.
Have you seen Swipe Right?
No, I haven't. I've heard the name though.
Yeah, they're pretty douchey.
Yeah. So douchey, you make you just want to punch somebody in the face.
They're like what do you want to call that? They're like influencer douchebag.
Oh, okay.
They like that.
Wait,
they almost
pretty boy influencers where they like swipe right on Tinder.
Are we talking like Jake Paul or
no? The Island Boys.
Worse than that. Yeah, they out there, man.
They worse than the Island Boys.
I think so.
What? Man,
I feel like
them, bro. The Island Boys is some real big douchebags, bro.
You know they're doing like gay OnlyFans now.
Yeah, brother and brother kissing each other.
Yeah,
Mouth to mouth.
incestual. And then they were doing an interview, like trying to like justify why they were doing it. They're like,
they love each other. They love each other.
Their whole justification was they got paid a lot of money to do it, and it's like we figured that, idiot.
I don't give a fuck, bro. My brother and I'm not kissing him in the mouth.
It's like, look, so you got paid a lot to do it. So if you got paid a lot, to put your brother's dick in your mouth, you're gonna do it.
That's kind of the thing. It's like you guys, you know, you got to remember they're young, but at the same time, it's like
I've actually seen that match, Pretty Deadly versus A-Town Down Under. They've actually done that match. It was on SmackDown, though, I think.
I don't mind Pretty Deadly, but I feel like their wrestling style doesn't match their gimmick. I feel like they need to wrestle. Yeah, like I feel like they need to be a little more flamboyant with their wrestling, almost like how a gay guy would wrestle.
Hey,
they need to be more Billy and Chuck, or more Adrian Adonis,
or almost Goldust level.
Yeah, but
Goldust was like Goldust took Freaky to a freakier level, and Freaky got scared when Goldust came out.
Until he met Diddy.
Goldust literally sexually molested his opponent.
No, Viscera did. Viscera.
Viscera,
Big Daddy
Big Daddy V.
Big Daddy V really did. Come here, get over here.
No, but
gonna make you a grease stain.
Hey, he humped the shit out of him, bro. I feel violated. I go get the gun.
Hyde molested Michael Cole. That's not really that hard to do. He's a little guy.
Yeah, but Viscera used to get on you and pound you from the back, like literally like thrust, big fat man thrust.
What about
even a work thrust from him must have been uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Imagine having a 400-pound dude and you only 100 and 200 pounds all on you, humping you like that.
What about Rikishi? Every time he had a match, he had his ass all up in your fucking face.
Ugh.
Nose all up in the crack and everything.
Yeah, but at least there's almost like a comedic gag to that.
Yeah.
That wasn't a comedic. That wasn't a comedic gag. That was a real gag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Puke.
Yeah. And Big Daddy V had a comedic bit, if you know what I mean.
For real. Your special is you get behind me and you start humping me. Like you're doing a woman.
What's the comedy in that?
Yeah. That ain't no comedy. My pride and dignity.
What are you doing? Oh, we're gonna. What's your finisher? We're gonna turn you into. We're gonna turn you into a grease stain in the ring.
Yeah.
How do you because I think you guys have a little
you don't see stuff like that.
You have a little experience in the wrestling world. How do you pitch that to another wrestler? First time out.
Hey, Terrell, I sent you a link,
we
bro.
Did say 9:15. It's almost it's after 10.
It's almost 10:15.
Are you not on the East Coast? Got to throw out that East Side, son.
Central Time.
He must be on Mountain Time. What year for what year did Pretty Deadly A-Town Down Under? I thought it happened this past year. I could have sworn it did. If not, I mean, you could.
A-Town Down Under hasn't been together that long, right? It's been like 3 years.
Yeah, they've been together for like 2-3 years.
Hey, did Terrell say Dave's gonna get out?
Missouri, man.
Missouri.
Huh?
MS, right? MS, Missouri,
Mississippi. Or is that Mississippi?
Mississippi. Yeah, it's Mississippi. You down there where Keen's at. You in Mississippi.
Probably right around the corner. Tell them about the state of Mississippi. Hey, I sent you.
Y'all on that Mountain Time.
Yeah. Hey, I sent you a link, bro. You could get on now if you want.
Yeah, we're we're going to be talking wrestling for at least 2 hours. So we got at least another hour and 15 in us.
Yeah, we will piss the Invisible Man off.
That's not hard to do.
Yeah, that ain't.
Yeah,
all I gotta start doing is talking about ass and titties.
Yeah. Hey, here go. Hey, it's gonna be like a bat signal that go in the air, or his air jiggle like the Joe and D Walk is fucking up over there. I gotta get on.
Or ironically, anytime Krishan gets on, he disappears.
I told you. I'm Coquito repellent. Anytime you want him to leave, just throw me the link.
Gonna put Krishan's face on a bottle of off spray. Coquito repellent.
It's Mississippi. M-I crooked letter, crooked letter, I crooked letter, I humpback, I.
All right, David Banner.
Mississippi.
Tell about the gun line.
Tell about the gun line, boss. Where was I? You were talking about the gun line, boss.
Or Logan.
Hey, what'd he say?
They got Solo. DT2 says he's got Solo or Logan Paul winning the Money in the Bank. Definitely not.
Good question.
No.
Who's going to win Money in the Bank? They're going at whoever wins is going.
Question is,
go ahead. Sorry.
Is going at who?
I was gonna say I stopped myself because I was like, wait a minute, they may use that to go at John Cena to kind of waste a match on him.
They may use that to give it to Cody Rhodes.
Ugh.
I think it's somebody new that's gonna win it this year.
You think they're gonna go like a Damian Priest or something?
Jangle.
He's already had it.
Doesn't mean they won't give it to him again. Okay, yeah, I guess we'll go with somebody new. How about like a LA Knight?
Nah.
What about a Jacob for two?
Who?
Jacob for two.
Jacob Fatu's got the U.S. title.
Yeah, but
he's
still,
got the U.S. title.
Let's say what he lose. Let's say he lose to Jeff Cobb.
Who's in the match? Who's in the match already? Did they already qualify?
No, they don't.
Solo Sikoa qualified already.
He's a fucking loser.
Who else qualified?
Logan?
No, Logan didn't qualify yet.
No.
How about Drew?
He'd be on Raw, and they didn't do Raw yet.
Yeah.
They got a qualifying match this week, I know. Heel, Fitz, Money in the Bank more.
Well, that depends on who they're
I get that, but at the same time,
because we have a heel champion,
a
heel and a face champion on both sides, so it's not like we can just say it's got to be a face that's going to go after.
I think it's going to be. It just depends on who. I mean, really, it's really out there. Like you don't know what's going to be.
What if Karrion Kross win it though? I hope it do.
It could be.
I hope.
Karrion does need to be pushed up to the pushed up the card a little bit.
Yeah.
Because after his group disbanded, he's basically been like. He's kept himself relevant, though. You got to give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it for the longest.
He pays people to do all those, like all them vignettes that he's filmed, all that. He's paid people to do that.
Yeah.
Out of his own pocket. Put in the work. WWE's not paying for that. Yes, that's another reason why he gets a lot of my respect. Him and Scarlett get a lot of respect from me because they put in their own work. Mm-hmm. They don't wait for WWE to do it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's worked. Like, I'm not a Karrion Kross fan. Like, I don't really see much in him, but that's the thing I could say is that he's kept himself relevant. Like he's still relevant. Like every once in a while, I'll go, okay, he did something there. Like so, the fact that he's like consistent to a degree, it'll catch people that aren't fans of him.
Yeah,
that'll go like, oh well, he's doing something.
Yeah, he give me Bray Wyatt vibes
on a lower level, but yeah.
He was
just supposed to work with Bray Wyatt before Bray Wyatt.
I mean, yeah, just how creative Karrion Kross is. Karrion Kross is fucking creative. Bray Wyatt was creative as fuck. I mean, like we ain't gonna never see another Bray Wyatt. It's like Karrion Kross. The shit he doing is crazy.
Did you see the documentary he's working on? Karrion Kross.
About what?
He's got a documentary. Karrion Kross has a documentary. He's got a documentary he's working on about his life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got a documentary he's working on. He just came out with a book. And he told all his fans, he said, if the autograph copies, and the book sells out, he's like, if it sells out, I will sign another, X amount of thousands of copies. Ah. And he got on and made a video and was like, I told y'all if everything sold out, I'd be signing more. And he's like, I'm signing another couple thousand copies right now.
Yeah.
I'm putting in the work. He's like, I promised y'all I would do it, and that's what I'm doing.
You got to give it to him in that he's doing like almost a grassroots kind of.
All about the fans, man. He's all about his fans.
Yeah.
He's trying something. Again,
it's good.
I'm not always interested. I'm not always into what he's doing, but I give him credit. I give him respect. He should have been. He should have been over. He should have when he got dropped the first time from WWE. That should have been it for him.
Yeah.
The fact that he was able to like figure something
when
out.
He came back. When he came back and they brought him back and he first came back, Roman was champion and he beat the shit out of the bloodline and looked up at Roman and he's like, "Tick-tock, Roman, tick-tock."
Yeah.
Your time with that title is over. And they never did anything with it.
Never.
Because Triple H doesn't know how to finish his projects.
Nope.
He has a bunch of unfinished projects just sitting around him. He loses interest.
AOP should never go released.
DT2 says, D-Walk, I hate that Melo is with Miz. Melo should be alone and should have already been U.S. champion. He's the only one between his call-ups that hasn't won a title.
I agree.
Karrion Kross never won a title either.
I disagree, actually. I think
Melo together.
Melo might he has like some kind of it factor. I'll give it to you, but he's a completely boring character. There's nothing to him other than even when he cuts his promos, it's like literally, it's almost like social media quotes. It's like something a basketball player would put on social media. It's like
Popeye biscuit.
When I go for the shot, I never miss.
It's a Popeye biscuit.
Away.
But
yeah, it's garbage. It's garbage.
It was like they wrestled Thursday. It was Carmelo Hayes and the Miz is coming out with Carmelo Hayes against Aleister Black. The match was going good. The Miz interfered, started beating up. The Miz started interfering, beating up Aleister Black, fucking up for Carmelo.
Mm-hmm. I think the Miz is at least adding some kind of personality to Carmelo that he didn't have before, and I think that's why WWE put him with Carmelo. Miz is really good at doing that. When you pair him with somebody, he adds personality to that person.
But Carmelo had character.
DT2, Melo is not better than Braun.
Braun who? No, Strowman?
No, Braun Breaker.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? That's that you're trolling. You have to be trolling with that guy.
He said Braun. There's only one Braun. B-R-O-N. Braun.
Don't just tell me he has personality. Tell me what his personality is. Like what give me something that he said that you go, wow, that was good. Tell me a promo that he cut that you were amazed by.
Right.
You can't give it to me. Trust me. Just back out of this argument.
Melo is just not. he's not. He's just
He
not that
lost
guy.
in the sauce. He
He's
needs to
not
go
that
back to NXT. He lost in the sauce.
He needs to figure out who he is.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes,
Other than pretty boy, good athlete.
DT2. Yes. Watch NXT Carmelo Hayes. Yes. But Carmelo Hayes and NXT is a small pond. Main roster is the big leagues.
Absolutely.
Just because you're a big star in the minors, don't mean that you're going to be able to hit in the majors.
And it goes back to my other thing that I said, my first point that I said on the show today. Triple H books like everybody watches NXT. I'm not going to like go, oh, Carmelo's great because he did something great in the past. That's not how anybody perceives anything.
Yeah.
Unless you already did some legendary shit and we kind of give you respect and we go, okay, you can have a few years where you slack off, but
so
Carmelo hasn't earned that yet.
Here's what they should do. And this is my direction I would give for Carmelo Hayes. Okay, my direction for Carmelo Hayes is I say bring Trick Williams up. Have Trick Williams come up because the Miz like backstabs Melo.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say that shit.
Does some heel shit. Trick comes up to help out Melo, and they put Trick and Melo back together as a tag team.
Babyface or heel?
Start them off as faces, and then turn them back heel.
God damn it, Joe! You took my fucking idea. We didn't even talk about that.
I'd go the other way. I'd start them off as heels and go babyface because I feel like Melo he's almost like Belair in a way, where I think Belair is a complete heel gimmick. Nobody that walks around calling themselves the best and telling you how they're the greatest at everything is a babyface gimmick.
Yeah, but I can't see Miz as a face, bro. It'd be better Miz a heel.
Not the Miz. I'm talking about Melo.
Well, Miz can be face or heel. Miz does both very well. He's talented. He can do whatever he wants. The man's won every single championship in the company. Plus, he's going to be leaving to go film American Gladiators because he's the host of American Gladiators now.
Not to mention, Joe, Miz has a thing that most wrestlers don't have these days: a personality.
Charisma.
You know what he is. You know who he is. He's an asshole. He says funny things. He's like, he can do everything. Like, and then it's funny how people will like a lot of the wrestling, hipsters will claim that Miz is one of the worst wrestlers on the planet. It's like, no, he's not.
No.
He might not be a great worker, but he's one of the best on the planet.
But the problem I have DT2 with Bianca being heel is they stick African American women and even Hispanic women in the same stereotype. When they turn them heel, they make them ratchet.
Ghetto black woman. Yep.
Yes, they don't have to do that. WWE has this box, and it's like, let's take all the black and all Hispanic women, and we're just going to make them ghetto. If they're going heel, they're going to be ghetto. Give them the big hoop earrings, and let's put them out there.
Naomi.
Now, Joe, I got to ask you this, right? Because I do sometimes question.
Naomi's probably the furthest from that right now because they allowed her a different direction. She's the only one that I've ever seen that happen with.
The problem is, though, Joe, is that they still have her doing the ghetto thing every once in a while.
Sure.
Like they'll still try to have her. Yeah. But my question is this, right? I do sometimes, and I know, Joe, you're a little like well-versed in the political landscape of this
We got
country.
another guest in here.
Oh,
I'm here, y'all.
What's good?
Oh shit, Terrell's here.
What's going on, family? I know I'm late.
It's all good.
I had the timelines fucked up.
It's all good.
I mean, time zone. I had the time zone fucked up.
You're on that Jim Cornette Smoky Mountain time.
See, I was gonna make another joke about a gym, but I'm not gonna do it.
What, talking about Jim Ross?
No, it's worse than that.
What's that? Go and spit it out, man. This a podcast. We don't apologize.
No, man. I don't want Mississippi to be mad at me, man. I don't want my Mississippians to be mad. So I'm not.
Hey, he mad at us already, man. Come on.
Who are you talking about?
You talking about Invisible Man?
Coquito's babysitting service. He ain't on here today.
Yeah.
Okay, think about it. I'm from Mississippi. Jim.
Crow.
Yeah. See,
You know what's funny? I was gonna make a Jim Crow joke too, but I was like, you know what? It's a wrestling podcast.
Hey, no, this is what I want to talk about. Did y'all see that? Did y'all hear about that plantation that got burned down?
No.
What was it? Was it a Walmart?
No. It was actually a slave plantation, bro.
Was it the Pork and Beans Project?
Again, I say, was it a Walmart?
You funny. I just got a hold to that one.
Oh shit. My bad, y'all.
Grill kill.
Before we finish
What's
this
up,
thing
fuckers?
Before we finish this thing off, y'all, I gotta say a shout out. My name is Terrell. For everybody that doesn't know me, I am one half of For Real Love. Shout out to my baby CJ Wolfie. I love you, girl.
Aww.
I
can't wait to hug you. I can't wait to hug you, baby, and squeeze that ass of yours.
Aww.
There's a question on the screen that I think we should. I was actually kind of talking about too. Because I think we were saying that black female wrestlers get pushed into, or they, and where I was going with it is, or either they get pushed into it or they do it themselves into these like ghetto ratchet stereotype gimmicks, right?
Yeah.
So the question that was asked was, do we not want African American women to what was it, represent for their culture? So my thing was like, why? Because if I were to say that was their culture, it would be called racist, right? Why is that the thing of like, when I say that it's a ghetto stereotype or it's a ghetto ratchet gimmick, you automatically connect that to black culture.
Yeah.
I don't think that's all of black culture. That is a sect of it. That might even be the majority in America. But I'm saying there is different types of black people in this country that they can sort of go, emulate.
I don't feel like turning an African American woman into a ratchet character. I don't feel like that is their culture. I don't feel like that. You don't want to see. You don't want to see, a woman out there being ratchet, being all ghetto and shit. You don't want that.
We didn't see that from Jacqueline. Back in the day in W.W.F, we didn't see no ratchet from Jacqueline.
We didn't see it from Jazz either.
She was kind of sassy. She was sassy black woman.
Yeah.
Sassy.
But
she was sassy Southern black woman is what she was.
Yes, but she wasn't ghetto black woman. Like, we could have ghetto black woman as a character, but all of them have to be ghetto black woman. Let me just say this one thing, and then I'll let everybody talk. Like, you take like Naomi, right? And I grew up in the hood, so I know like when you see a black woman who actually didn't grow up there, and they're acting ratchet, as opposed to a woman who actually is ratchet. It's like Naomi, you could tell didn't grow up that way. You could tell she's putting on a gimmick. Like when Bianca Belair acts a little ghetto, you go, okay, I could kind of see that. You know what I mean? Like, that's where I think a lot of them just force it because they think they need to connect to their, black culture. When in actuality, there's other black people in this country. But I'm gonna let everybody else have their say on it.
No, go ahead. Anybody else got something to say?
Yeah. I was gonna say, Jacqueline, she was more like that Southern Belle black woman. You know what I'm saying? Jazz was more like that mama that don't play.
Yeah.
Awesome Kong was like that auntie that'll beat your ass if you get out of line.
Yeah.
That was Big Mama.
That was Big Mama. Now, Big Mama.
Athena was always like that nerdy black girl to me.
Yes. Agreed.
So also Ember Moon.
Yeah,
she was like nerdy black girl that likes fantasy anime.
Yeah. But you understand when we're talking about like how they try to like
majority of the ones
they box them together
to that ghetto ratchet black girl. Speaking of ratchet black girls, did y'all know that they offered Sexy Red a contract, but she turned it down?
I'm glad she did.
Because she's a full-time music artist, so she turned it down, which is smart on her part. I mean, I get it, music is her passion, but that would have been kind of weird.
DT, shoot your shot.
What they thought she was gonna be the female Logan Paul? They thought she was gonna be the female Logan Paul or something.
She makes music. The only thing I ever heard her make was trash.
Yeah,
It's garbage. Yeah.
garbage.
Degeneracy.
Degeneracy.
I wouldn't even waste my time stealing that album.
We need to go back to Little Kim.
Man, we need to go back to Foxy Brown.
Man,
Little Kim and Foxy Brown used to have some wars, boy, on the mic.
hey, we need to go back. We need to go back to. We need to go back to Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill can rap
and the one girl. Oh, I forgot her name. The one girl that was with No Limit Soldiers. I forgot her name.
Mia X. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mia X. But yeah, they need to go back to Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill, hands down, Lauryn Hill is the dopest.
Well, and that goes back into our conversation about like women kind of have to sell sex no matter where they are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Lauryn Hill wasn't necessarily selling sex; she was selling, and she was great. That's how great she was, though, because even as a woman, we were like, she could fucking sing and she could rap.
Yeah, that's just like that's just like Lil Kim. Lil Kim could have easily made a good gangster rap song, but what sold was her songs about sex.
Yep. We know the whole thing of lose the shirt, keep the suspenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trina. Don't forget Trina.
Trina, yeah.
Sexy
but
Reds,
she was but Trina was actually a hoe.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy? She actually embraced it.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
She was a Nicki Minaj before Nicki Minaj.
Yeah. B-Fab. I was hoping she was on the release list. I was hoping her and Nikita Lyons both got released.
Yeah.
Useless. Her and her Mia, whatever her name is, Mia Kim. What's her name?
Mia Yim.
Man.
Mia Yim.
Michin.
Man, she picked
useless, that tag team.
Yeah.
Bro, she pissed me off every week. She try to twerk and she ain't got nothing to twerk.
Because she's tapping into her comedic side. Like
that ain't funny.
In real life, she's real deal.
Because DT2, sorry, why do I dislike B-Fab so much? She has zero when it comes to what's the
presence, charisma,
presence, accessibility,
talent.
That's what I'm looking for here. Where the crowd reacts.
I don't know if she didn't, but you could tell that B-Fab ain't grow up like that.
No, like she just doesn't come off as one of those characters that the fucking crowd reacts to. Like, oh, we got to keep her around. She's awesome.
Or B-Fab probably did grow up like that, and she just real laid back.
Could be. I mean, they're just not giving us anything with her.
If you think you better than me, well, guess what? You not. You ain't scaring me. I want to be scared. I want you to scare me like Bianca Belair. Like,
here's the problem.
I ain't finna do what Bianca be doing.
How many more chances does B-Fab need? She's had the past fucking 5 years. She's been there since Hit Row.
I don't think it's like, and I may be sounding like a simp here, but I don't think it's fair to the women, because I don't think anybody knows what they actually want from women's wrestling. Like, I don't think anybody there's not a common consensus of what we're looking for from this fucking art, from this piece of entertainment. I don't know. Is it sexual? Is it that we're looking for them to because I don't want to watch women like have bloody wars and go through tables and all. Like, that doesn't entertain me.
But like he's saying she's not his favorite, but she's good at mid card. But here's the thing, though: even when you're mid card, you should always be a main eventer. You always aim to be a main eventer. Doesn't matter where the fuck you're at on the card. If you're on TV, your aim should be a main event talent, no matter what.
You're trying to be the main event of the mid card.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the goal of all wrestlers.
I might be mid card, but I'm the greatest mid carder on the planet.
Slutty wrestling, please.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think anybody's being honest, and that's what's screwing women up. Nobody's being honest on what we're actually expecting from women's wrestling? Like, what's the entertainment value in women's wrestling? Is it sex? Is it work rate? Is it storyline? Is it promo? I don't think it's any of that, and I think it's just sex.
Yeah, they're just like Nikita Lyons.
Yeah.
The question that I asked about Nikita Lyons. Do she want to be known as the black belt that does taekwondo, or do she want to be known as a sex symbol? Like she could do both.
She's come
up with a good finisher. A good finisher from Nikita Lyons.
Hey, listen. She's known as the black belt. That's her backstage name.
Yeah, but you take look at any woman. Let me not step over the joke.
What black belt are you talking about? Because I'm talking about
like a Brazzers back.
We talking about a whole belt.
She's wearing around black guy's waist like a belt.
The whole belt.
Make sense now?
Yeah.
She does look like
she's a true snow bunny.
And look at how many VH1 TV shows she's with, and it was all black dudes.
Flavor of Love number 5,963.
I was just about to say it.
Chance and Real.
She's 25 years old and been on like 3 or 4 MTV reality shows.
She's Pumpkin too.
And blown out both of her fucking knees. You know how she blew out her knees, right? Extracurricular activities in the back.
Yeah.
She wasn't wearing her knee pads.
She wasn't wearing her knee pads outside of work.
In the words of Booker T. Oh yes, man.
Shucky ducky quack quack.
That's the first guy who probably was in line.
Champagne wishes and caviar dreams.
The new Jerry Lawler. I'm telling you,
man, for real.
I love Booker T.
You want to see women have a good match? Never gonna happen.
I'm telling you, it's a political thing. That's what's ruining women. They don't know what to.
I'm not gonna lie though. Booker T's commentary, just like Jerry Lawler, intensified women's matches.
Yeah,
we just gonna keep it a buck.
Women's wrestling in general, they're trying to make it something special. But at the same time, they're losing their sex appeal, which they still have some of it, but they're losing it. And that is part of the problem. When they used women for sexual objects as far as TV goes, I feel like that was more of a success for the show because they had more viewership back then, because people wanted to see that.
It's almost like well, that's not even fair though, because back when women drew the most ratings and made the most money, they were the most sexual.
Hey Cam, you know how Cam. You know how. You know how Cam.
I told you, Cam. Extracurricular activities in the back. She got to keep a job one way or another.
Shawn Michaels ain't that saved.
You're bringing up Bianca and Rhea versus Io. Bianca versus Rhea versus Io was a shit match. Not 5 stars. Not a 5-star classic. No.
Sasha Banks is one. Sasha Banks may be the worst wrestler on the planet.
Sasha Banks is being put over more than Logan Paul and Jake Paul.
Jake Paul is 10 times better than Sasha Banks will ever be.
Charlotte is a great wrestler. They're great wrestlers, but the problem is that matches,
they're not great wrestlers.
Charlotte's a really good wrestler. I think
she's a good wrestler. She's a good wrestler for a woman.
I mean, for a woman, she really is part of the main reason why there is a women's revolution. If it wasn't for Charlotte, I don't think there would have ever been one.
That's what I don't understand of when people like bitch about like why Charlotte won the title so many times, because she's literally like one of the only people who can put on a decent match.
No.
Her and Asuka is great.
Asuka's fantastic. Io Sky is really good too.
Io Sky's good. I like Io Sky.
Zane.
Io Sky actually won me over. I used to hate her, but now I used to look at her as like every other woman, but now I'm like, okay,
I'd like to see Kairi Sane, Io Sky, and Asuka in a triple threat.
I'll be honest, the EO Sky pointing to her face and smiling is getting to me.
Oh, when she's standing there and shaking like ah.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. I love it.
Wendy's.
I just feel like
Oh shit, that's D-Walk. Yeah,
just look up.
You just realized
D-Walk's like Joe. D-Walk's like Joe Hendry, but all you gotta do is show food or alcohol and he appears.
I got it from Wendy's, D-Walk.
Uh-oh.
Open the Modelo and he appears.
What's up, CJ Wolfie?
What up, yo?
Hey, you got a man? You look fine as hell on that damn profile pic.
I like glasses. I have a glasses.
Let me get your number.
Let's try. Let's talk about. I mean, again, women's wrestling.
It's dying. It's gone. It's dying. It's
the sex appeal.
It never lived. Let's be honest.
The sex appeal in women's wrestling. Like, I mean, look at how high the ratings used to be when there used to be bra, like when women would get down to bra and panty. I mean, there used to be a lot of ratings for that stuff because majority of your demographic in wrestling are 18 to 49 males. That's it.
I think, Joe, it's very simple. In the Attitude Era, the golden age of wrestling, or the platinum age of wrestling, whatever you want to call it, there was two segments that always drew the highest, and that was Stone Cold Steve Austin and Sable.
Yep.
Why was that?
Sable couldn't wrestle worth a damn.
She couldn't talk.
No.
She couldn't wrestle. She couldn't dance. She couldn't do anything except for show her fucking tits.
Yeah.
And bend over. And she did that too.
Bend over. And then when she did a power bomb, that's when everybody was like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah.
She power bombed Mark Merrow, and we were like, all right, that's it.
She power bombed Mark Merrow and gave him the TKO.
Right. As soon as Sable showed a little bit of wrestling talent, she was unattractive.
We're bored.
It's kind of hard to skip the matches. DT2, it's kind of hard to skip the matches when you don't control the program.
That's why I always watch Raw on delay.
I mean, they use these women's matches. They're called fluff.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They're called fluff matches. So what you do is when you're in the business, you have something called a fluff match, which you stick in to bring a crowd down after you have a better match. So you have a good match in the start, then you have a fluff, then you have a better match, then you have a fluff, then you have a better match. You just got to do that throughout the whole card. They did it. They do it on pay-per-views. They do it on TV shows.
Yeah. And why? And that's the thing is why, like, we're not even saying that. I don't think I'm going to speak for Joe, but tell me if I'm wrong. You're not even saying that as an insult. It's like part of the show.
Yeah.
This is part of how wrestling actually is.
Important part of the show.
I mean,
it's crazy how many times I've been. It's crazy how many times I've been on the live. Like I'll watch a podcast just to read the comment section.
Yeah.
Like me and CJ Wolfie. Shout out to CJ Wolfie, by the way. You know you can like do the chat instead of texting me, CJ. All you gotta do is follow the train, CJ. No, I'm playing. But all you gotta
do was follow the damn.
All you gotta do is follow the damn train, CJ. No, in the comment section though, it's a lot of people that talk shit about the women's matches when it comes to like WWE Raw. They always say these matches are so skippable.
They're the same. It's the same people.
I took a bathroom break. It's like, damn. So they must don't watch WoW. That whole show is skippable to them, I guess.
I'll tell you why though. Yeah, because most people don't watch WoW. But let me tell you why, Terrell. Let me tell you why people think that way. It's because they try to sell us the false premise that women and men are equal. You know what I mean? And we should expect the same kind of wrestling prowess from a woman that we would a man. Otherwise, we're sexist and we're antiquated and we're 15th century thinking. You know what I mean? Yeah. When in reality, if they would just put women out there and just say, here's something, if you guys enjoy this, you enjoy this. But we're not going to pretend this is greater than everything else. I think that would actually attract more people and get more respect from people, other than going like, this is the greatest thing ever that you ever seen, and if you don't believe it, then you're wrong. You get what I'm saying? That's if people are insulted. You're insulting their intelligence.
Like just like New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom. You know, you have Stardom too, and Stardom has a lot of good talent. But again, most of Stardom's talent goes to AEW.
Yeah.
Why? Because they can wrestle how they want to wrestle there.
Yeah.
They don't have to glorify themselves and dumb down their wrestling either. WWE, you have to dumb your wrestling down whenever you go there.
Yeah, female wrestlers in AEW, I ain't gonna lie. Them matches be kind of crucial sometimes.
Yeah. The match with Toni Storm was fighting and she's bleeding everywhere.
Hell yeah.
They just had a fatal 4-way on Wednesday. That fatal 4-way was good with Mina Shirakawa and KZM and Jamie Sky Blue and Toni Storm. It was a hell of a fatal 4-way.
Yeah. I gotta ask you guys though, what's the entertainment value in that? Like where you're saying like a woman they were beating each other until they were bleeding. Honestly, and again, I could just be a simp and call me a simp if I'm being one. I don't find entertainment value in seeing women beat each other until they're bloodied.
I mean,
I'd rather see them have a cat fight and pull each other's tits out. You know, I'm sorry I keep going back to sexual things, but tell me if I'm wrong. Would you rather see that, or would you rather see them beat each other into a pulp?
I'm a guy. I'll take a tit or an ass cheek or some meat skin any day.
Man, what?
But let me just answer that question though. What's the entertainment value in that? Like, what's the thing of like, okay, that's why
seeing a woman. Here's my thing: seeing a woman bleed once in a while is entertaining because you don't see it all the time.
Yeah.
You don't see it all the time. It's rare. It's rare to see a woman busted open in the middle of the ring with her face covered in blood.
I mean, you don't see you don't see the Pope take a shit in public all the time, but I don't think that's entertainment if he does.
You're not gonna see that anymore.
That'd be entertaining. What are you talking about? That'd be very entertaining. You don't want to see the Pope take a big old holy shit.
We've seen the president.
You want to see? Come on. You have a bunch of Catholics. I'm Catholic, by the way. Just saying. But you'll have a bunch of Catholic people out there chanting them on. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Jesus, that was a good one, Joe. That was like Carlin level comedy.
Yeah.
I appreciate the compliment, sir.
Amazing. I'm in awe right now.
I've been told that you do stand-up comedy. I'm just following my dreams.
We're all quiet right now because we don't want to follow that.
Everyone's like, I don't want to touch that. I ain't touching that.
I was Sammy set up on that one though.
You know, if the Pope was a woman and it was her time of the month, she would have a bloody shit.
You know what's funny? I was just about to say, so if a woman like had a public period because she's bleeding,
then you'd have to have a bunch of British people around saying bloody shit, bloody shit.
Or Indians going bloody motherfuck, bloody shit. Bloody shit fuck.
No, we would need Rastafarian saying it, man. Gotta have the Jamaican Rastafarian people out there doing
Bumba clot. Yeah.
We need some Africans out there too. Why are you so bloody? Why you do this? Why are you so bloody? What's wrong with you? Why are you not dead yet? Why are you still alive? Why are you not dead? All I think
are the Rastafarians on Utica Avenue in Brooklyn with the dollar vans.
I swear to say, how can you?
Utica. No, I'm not going to Utica. I'm going to Garrison.
How can you? How can you?
Utica?
They only know how to take you to one place, Utica Avenue. That's it. They can't say anything else.
What's a?
So, I mean, bloody women, like I said, it's just a once in a while thing.
Bloody women.
beating a woman bloody is a once in a while thing. You know, Unless you're O.J. Simpson, that's.
That was once in a lifetime. It was amazing.
Why do you think it was? I mean, we seen it again, man.
I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure he's had more. I'm sure he's had more.
And I ask you guys, are you guys into intergender matches? Because that's another thing that I don't find entertainment value in.
That depends on who the intergender is.
Yeah.
If you look like the Humphreys chick off LFG.
Oh man,
that looks like something from Snoo Smash. Then yeah, that she should be fighting men. She's bigger than men. She makes Javon Evans look small.
I guess maybe like if I were to be fair, like the whole James Ellsworth. I know that's a it's a bad name to bring up, but the whole James Ellsworth being tied up with the women, where he's like almost fighting women, that kind of made sense.
Botches. DTM botches. The match just did not feel.
Yeah.
What match?
The triple threat WrestleMania match with Io, Rhea, and Bianca. It just didn't feel. It just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. It felt like it was. Rushed. It felt like the match was wrong, rushed, and it just didn't feel good.
Man, they rested already before.
Everything other than the ending, because I think Io was the right person to win.
Yeah. No. The Io was definitely the right person to win, and the way she won was good because they were focusing on each other and not paying any attention to Io, which is how they should have done it. And Io caught them with the over the moonsault and hit them and pinned them.
It was great storytelling because it was even WWE was purposely like almost overshadowing Io.
Yeah. Even like
and then when she won. Absolutely.
Even in the promos, they kept treating her like she's a little girl and shit. Like she doesn't exist, but she's. And
JBL the one.
And like Terrell, you mean like the video packages, right?
Yeah. But
like,
then also too, like even with the promos, like when they was doing the contract signing and all that, they kept muffing her, like
mushing her.
What? That's crazy.
You know where they got that from.
When she won, and that's what actually like won me over because I wasn't even a heel fan. But when she won, I was like, good for her. Like they told that story really well. Sorry,
JBL came out in real life and said she sucked.
What, Kevin Nash?
Yeah. Kevin Nash came out in real life and said she sucked. My bad.
Yeah, on the Click This podcast, he said that. Yeah.
Io Sky. I never really had a problem with Io Sky.
No.
I never really had a problem with Io. I thought she was always a good worker.
Yeah.
I don't see any problems with Io.
Yeah.
I think Io was the right choice personally. I think Io should be champ. And I think she should have a lengthy run. She lost last year to Bayley at WrestleMania when she was heel.
Yeah. Hey, but
she's worked the ass off.
Did y'all see how thick Sari Zayn got?
Kairi Zayn
got. You see how thick she got?
No.
Bro, she picked up a lot of.
He's slurring his speech. He's drinking too much apple juice.
Hey guys, I actually have to jump off in a minute, but I wanted to ask you guys this because we started talking about this before we went on air.
Yes, sir.
Because I'm loving this R-Truth involvement in the John Cena storyline.
He's still in denial.
I
think
didn't
mean to do that.
I think it's amazing.
I gotta watch SmackDown. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't.
I'm in denial that he's actually in a match with Cena at Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yeah.
But y'all know what's crazy about this whole thing, though, right?
What?
John Cena is the heel going against all his enemies that used to be heel back in the day, and he was the baby face.
They're switching it, yeah.
Yeah, except for R-Truth. R-Truth wasn't a heel back then.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
R-Truth went through his heel turn when he created Little Jimmy. It was based on John Cena.
Yeah, Little Jimmy was the kids that loved John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then that's where he created his whole thing of that he was always a John Cena fan.
Yeah, remember the match with R-Truth and John Cena, the pipe bomb.
Capital Punishment.
Bomb, he was going against R-Truth then, and R-Truth was heel.
If you remember, John Cena, while the pipe bomb was being cut, John Cena was laying in a table, and that was R-Truth that put him through that table. By the way, R-Truth's heel run was one of the most underrated heel runs ever.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the greatest things ever.
Yeah.
It got me back to watching.
Is it for the title?
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't win though.
It's for the title. No, it's for the title this year.
Is it going to be for the title at Saturday Night's Main Event next
Yeah.
Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Really? They didn't say. I didn't see them say that.
It's gonna be for the title.
Well, I haven't seen the show, so I don't know.
Hey, it'd be dope if R-Truth won though, wouldn't it? And let it go here and retire.
I wish R-Truth would get a title run. I'll be honest. I think heel R-Truth is one of the greatest characters ever.
Yeah.
Hey, but what if R-Truth beat John Cena and fucking he make John Cena go face and fucking they do something weird to make it give the belt back to John Cena and John Cena turn a good guy the rest of the time.
Honestly, I wish they would have like played this out a little bit more. I think it's kind of intriguing, the whole thing of like where R-Truth is almost delusional and he doesn't realize John Cena is a heel. He still thinks he's the old school Cena.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it would have been great if he was almost like what do you call it? A pawn for Cena, where Cena was using him, and then eventually it leads to R-Truth realizing it, and that will make R-Truth become, an instant fan favorite again. I mean, I don't think he would even lose like fan favorability. I think everybody would like kind of understand and root for him to come to his senses.
I don't know, man.
But I think that would be leading to a big pot, and I think it would be a good payoff to this whole story of R-Truth being a lifelong fan of John Cena. It would make sense.
DT2 just said it's not for the title. It's a non-title match.
So what's the point of it wrestling? What's the point?
So if you have R-Truth beat Cena in a non-title match, are they going to finally give him a push?
What are they getting out of this? I feel like
that's what TNA did. When Ron Killings, when he was Ron Killings in TNA, he turned heel. He ended up becoming world heavyweight champion, I think twice, if I'm not mistaken. I think the first time he was babyface, the second time he was heel.
Yes.
And then, they tried to do the same thing in WWE when he did the little Jimmy gimmick. But something happened with a drug test or something, and they end up debunking it.
He failed the wellness policy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to make him?
And then also, not only that, literally CM Punk cuts the pipe bomb promo right in the middle of R-Truth's heel promo, and it kind of just derailed everything. So
but why are they going to make him? Are you going to make R-Truth a world champion at like almost 6 years old?
Damn.
I don't think so. I think this is just looping R-Truth into this storyline because one, he's extremely loved in that company.
Yeah.
And two, it just makes sense. It's a good little sub storyline for John Cena. And they need a lot of that. They need a lot of that because sadly and disappointingly, John Cena is not going to be full time for his final run.
I don't even think he should have won. John Cena.
We have a question. Lorenzo Granger. Lorenzo Granger has a question. Says, do we think that Lola Vice is going to finally win a title?
I mean, she got potential.
I mean, she already. I mean, she does her thing. I mean, she's got the sex appeal, but I mean, they're not letting her use her MMA background enough.
Yeah,
it's the same problem. The same problem they ran into with Shayna Baszler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
same problem. They don't let them use their MMA background enough, and they don't make them badasses like they should do.
No.
Yeah, they failed with Baszler. They dropped the ball with her.
Yeah,
that was such an easy one too.
Yeah,
I think I don't know. She possibly could, but then again, they're not even taking her serious as a technical wrestler that she could be. So I don't really see it. Shayna Baszler, I think she'd be better off going to AEW and shit. She probably gonna become the person that she really want to be. But I don't know.
DT2, like look at what they did to Ricochet in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at Ricochet. WWE put Ricochet in a box. They didn't let him come out of his box. He stayed in the box. Mid-Carter for life. Was never going to get nowhere. Went to the AEW, and now he's tearing things up. He's a heel. He's over with the crowd. He's a super heel, and he's got a intellectual gimmick that he's working with. Comes out with the glasses. He's intellectual. He's smart but psychotic at the same time, kind of like Lex Luthor in a way from DC Comics.
I see
it. It's more. You need to look more into the psychologicals of wrestling, versus what WWE tries to cookie cut and repeat and rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat.
Copy and paste.
Yes and no, Joe. I do agree with you with WWE and how they limit a lot of their wrestlers, but a guy like Ricochet, the problem, I think the disconnect that he's going to have with connecting to the masses is that he's like, his gimmick, again, it's almost like the Pretty Deadly thing. I don't feel like his gimmick matches his wrestling style. You know what I mean? Like, he's doing this like kind of troll, like almost what's the guy's name, Andrew Tate kind of like but then he comes out and he does like, you know, flippy doos like he's like a luchador, and it's like, how about you kind of bring your wrestling style a little more closer to your gimmick? And I'm not saying completely cut out the flips and all that stuff.
There's nothing, he's saying there's nothing wrong with copy and paste. There's a problem with copy and paste when you keep copying and pasting through the years. We don't want to keep seeing another Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say, though, is the problem is that they'll copy and paste gimmicks, but then they'll all wrestle the same exact way. You have to match your gimmick to your wrestling style. That's an important part. Like, you can't have, like, for instance, Bray Wyatt come out and wrestle like a luchador. You get what I mean? Undertaker come out and wrestle like, I know that he's a big man, so that's a different, you know, argument. But my point is you have to wrestle to your gimmick.
But in
otherwise,
a way,
otherwise there's always going to be a disconnect just naturally.
Ricochet kind of does that in some ways.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it a little bit, but then at the same time, it's like that's what pushes him to be the way that he is, because he already think he's the best high flyer. I mean, just look at the way he called out Javon Evans, and we know Javon Evans is a high flyer too. And as soon as a fan showed Javon Evans some love, he fucking with no hesitation, I body him or whatever he said. Like, I think his wrestling style fits the gimmick because he already think he's the best high flyer there is.
Yeah, but every high flyer thinks that. What I'm saying is
Chad Gable don't, well, El Grande Americano don't. He still wrestled like a submission specialist, and he's a luchador.
Yeah, right. I wish they would add on to that, because I also wish they would add like a whole different, like, because he still wears the singlet and the same exact singlet as Chad Gable. So it's like, play up a little bit on that. Let me give you an example of what I mean by adding your gimmick into your wrestling. The thing that I noticed that is blowing up with Ricochet, right, is out of everything he does, all the crazy things he does, all the impossible things he does with his high flying, the thing that's actually going viral is the little thing where all the wrestlers slap him in the head because he's bald.
Yep.
You get what I mean? All the high flying stuff means nothing because that one little thing is what's going viral. So I'm not saying completely cut out the high flying and the flips. Just add more of that into the wrestling, of that this is like your gimmick. You're kind of like a bald-headed guy that gets slapped around by the rest, but you think you're greater than everybody else. That's hilarious.
We can even go with Sami Zayn, for example. When Sami Zayn was El Generico, he still wrestled his own way, but he also threw in luchador arsenals. So I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying is like he switched it up a little bit. Like if Chad Gable did the same thing, he changes his attire up. You know, Sami Zayn, he wore the tights instead of wearing the baggy pants with the mask. If Chad Gable did the same thing with El Generico, look like an old school Rey Mysterio, and actually pulled off some of the moves that Rey Mysterio did, I would be looking at him like, damn, this motherfucker got a whole nother side that we don't even that we don't even
Yes.
know.
Yes,
And
Terrell.
and what did he learn when he went to the dark arts? What did he learn?
Right.
To wear a mask?
And let me give you another example, right? I'm sorry, I know I'm power talking here, but take like I always compare the Finn Balor when he turns into the demon, right? The problem I always had with that, I like the demon thing, but I wish he would wrestle completely different as the demon. Then that way we would go, oh shit, the demon's coming back. We have a reason to give a fuck other than he comes out with a different entrance and some face paint. Now, compare that with Mick Foley when he did the 3 Faces of Foley. He wrestled completely different when he was Mankind, when he was Cactus Jack, and when he was Dude Love. So when he came out as Cactus Jack as opposed to Dude Love, you'd pop differently because you'd be like, oh shit, we have a whole different thing that's about to happen. We're about to see some real sick shit other than Dude Love where he's just doing the stupid dance and he's wearing the tie-dye. You get what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, like, oh, it's Dude Love. Like, oh, here comes Mankind. Oh shit, here comes Cactus Jack.
It's 3 different reactions because it's
like
3 different.
You know he's gonna fuck shit up when he's Cactus Jack.
Yes. That's why he got that pop in Madison Square Garden when he came out as Cactus Jack for the first time in WWE. Simple.
2 things. One is I'm going to respond to DT2. No, I do like what Naomi's doing with her gimmick. I think Naomi's gimmick is different.
That shit funny.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different. She's more unhinged. I feel like they're kind of trying to take Ricochet's gimmick and give it to Naomi in a way.
Yeah.
Start looking at it.
He's asking about the question he asked earlier. I think it's actually an interesting question if you want to bring it up about what we would think, what we would like to see from black wrestlers. It's like a few questions.
Hold on, I'm going back. Like, what would you keep? Who would you keep as a ghetto character?
No, it was a different one. I can't scroll here for some reason.
I think he's asking he said who would you keep as a ghetto character?
It was, can I ask what gimmick would you want to see from African American performers?
What gimmick would I want to see?
Let me just read it verbatim. Can I ask from DT2 and HM? Can I ask a question? What gimmick would you want from African performers? Excuse me. Had a few shots myself. If you think they're all the same, even though they're not. So he's saying that our premise is flawed anyway. But
no, our premise is towards African American women.
Yes. And African American, not African.
And it's towards the women side of it because of the fact that we feel that they're in a box. And I would like to see them have their own characters. I would like to see them have their own like stance on things and not be the same character. I don't want to see the same react. Like, I don't want to see 4 different women come on the screen and they're all doing the same shtick. Even though they may say something different, it's still the same shtick.
I don't want to watch a promo between 4 black women and it sound like the Maury show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe at least one can like be speaking properly, because I've seen black women and I've met black women that speak properly. They don't all speak like ratchet black women. My thing is, like, let me just start with the things I want to see. The box that we're talking about, rapper, get rid of that. You make your entrance and you're twerking. That's what we're talking about as the box. And you cut a promo and you have like a ghetto twang to it. Like, I think there can be a better, middle ground.
No,
yeah.
At least
Tiffany is more of a rich, pretty
Tiffany.
girl.
Tiffany has been.
She's
Tiffany has always been
Nunu from ATL.
But Tiffany has always been called the Buff Barbie. That's always been her side gimmick, is the Buff Barbie.
Right.
So she came out at WrestleMania with a Barbie dream house with Barbie boxes.
Yeah.
Like, she's a Barbie doll.
I always took
Chelsea Green is
Tiffany.
Karen.
I always took Tiffany as the cheerleader captain of a black school. Like she's like the preppy of the black school kind of girl. Like she's a good athlete. She gets good grades. She can speak properly when she wants to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Like
she's not actually out there. Like she's not in the streets robbing people and shaking
like
ass.
bring it bring it on.
Yes, absolutely.
Hello, end of days. How are you, sir? We're having conversations about women being African American women being inside of a box of character, and they're not getting their own shine.
Who would I keep as a ghetto character? Who's that girl in NXT? Lexus something?
You're talking about Lash Legend?
Lash Legend.
Oh,
yes.
Lash
Sorry.
Legend.
I don't know why I said Lexus, but you could tell she grew up like that. You know what I mean? Or she's just really good at it. But she's a natural at being ghetto black woman.
Yeah.
Naomi not. Belair kind of perplexes me sometimes. Sometimes she convinces me.
I don't understand her because you see her outside of wrestling and she's completely the opposite. She comes off like oh fuck,
all American.
No. She comes off kind of like the black chick from Clueless. I forgot her name. Dashwood.
Stacey Dash.
Dashwood. Yeah, Dash. That's it. Stacey Dash. That she comes off like that character from Clueless outside of the ring, where she's like rich and yes, she comes off more like she's rich and like she's her hair is completely different. I like her hair personally outside of wrestling. I think her hair looks way better when she's not wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I think she needs to bring that into the ring and have more of a elegance to her when it comes to that. I want to see a Bianca Belair that's more elegant. I mean,
Joe,
crap, your name's Bianca Belair.
I think, Joe, you're right in that I think that's actually where she's going. Because did you hear that she's actually in the middle of removing all of her tattoos?
Yes.
And usually people do that when they're kind of going into a more like, I want to be more taken seriously and looked at as like almost a mainstream all-American kind of person. You know what I mean? Like an icon.
Right.
So she's getting into acting. She might be going into acting.
She's doing both, actually. I think she's going to do both.
You're probably right. Because I could see her going into more of like even what you're saying, getting rid of the big ponytail and getting rid of even the entrance. And she's going to be a little more Charlotte Flair-esque, but a black version of that.
Yep.
And it'll work. It'll work.
She can do it. She can pull it off. If there's anybody in that company that can do it, it's her.
Yeah.
I have faith in her acting ability, and I have faith in her in-ring wrestling ability to where I feel like she can pull it off. And
her likability. Like you just look at her and you're like, I like that girl. Like look at her smile. Her smile is just like, not to simp for her or anything, but
no, I get it.
She has a beautiful smile. You're like, it lights up the room.
But I just feel like she's been cast in a bad position. I feel like she's been put in a bad position, and the position she's been put in, I feel like, is just failure. I think we need to step away from the position she's in and reconstruct her character and get her somewhere different. I thought they were going to do that when Bray Wyatt came back. I thought we were going to get a dark Bianca. I thought she was going to be like joining the Fiend.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of had that vibe. I was like, because remember they were doing the vignettes, the Uncle Howdy vignettes during Bianca matches.
They were.
I feel like we got cheated out of that.
Right. And they gave little I think there was an Easter egg that made you think it might have been Bianca. I think you're right.
Yeah. And I feel like we got cheated out of that.
I don't know if that would have worked, to be honest.
You don't think so?
I feel like she's too light and cheery for that. I don't know if she could pull that off.
I think she could have pulled the darkness off. I think it would have just. I think it would have been a change of the makeup, change of the attire, and then a change of her persona. Maybe some contacts. I think she could have done it. I really do.
Hey, so y'all remember that picture that Montez Ford had posted with the black face with the like smile and shit?
Yeah.
A lot of people thought that was Bianca and it was photoshopped. And I thought if that was actually true, I thought that would have been very interesting because I would have never thought to see her like that. But I'm still trying to figure out why was the picture posted in the first place? Because like even with the whole thing, even with The Rock, John Cena selling his soul, and then Montez tweeted out, "God is good." Then Street Profits started posting a whole bunch of cryptic shit. Jay Uso was telling Naomi, "Hey sis, sometimes you just got to crash out." When she started popping off at Bianca and found out she attacked Jade Cargill. Like it was a lot of shit going on, even on social media, but it's like they didn't capitalize on it. They could have brought that shit to the fucking screen.
Well, WWE was also at that time throwing out a lot of red herrings just to kind of fuck with us.
Yeah,
so,
like imagine The Rock making his own corporation in 2025.
Yeah.
I'm hearing
that's
that.
Where I thought they was going with all these cryptic messages.
I'm hearing that The Rock is being pushed. They're trying to push The Rock out of the board.
I heard that too.
After that little meme that went viral that he got released.
No, he's trying to throw Triple H under the bus. He's trying to get Triple H fired.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe. Sorry, go ahead, Terrell.
Oh no, I was saying I heard both. I just heard there's a lot of weird shit going on between the two behind the scenes and TKO. It's a lot of people thinking TKO is trying to rebrand WWE to be something that a lot of us fans think is going to fail, and I don't know.
Well, Triple H and The Rock have always had this weird rivalry.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of that could be just us, them working us, but I do believe they did have a weird like relationship. It was adversarial more than it was friendship.
I feel like TKO.
They said the Click didn't like The Rock. They wanted him out of WWE. They didn't want him to get a push.
Well, the story was that Shawn Michaels supposedly like did something or said something weird to The Rock's mom when he was working for her, and I don't know if it was like along a racial line or something like that. And The Rock never liked Shawn Michaels from that point on.
That's why they never.
Yeah,
that's why they never.
Young Rock. Oh, my bad.
No, I mean,
I know what you're about to say, Terrell. Young Rock. Yeah,
no,
Young
but
Rock.
that's why they. You notice that's why they never wrestled. Because remember when The Rock was wrestling Triple H for the belt, and Shawn Michaels super kicked The Rock while he was doing the people's elbow, and they never had a match, and they're supposed to have a match.
And both of them, when they're asked about it, they both have really they get really weird and defensive. Like they don't really want to address it. Like there's an old interview of Shawn being asked it, and he's like, "Oh, no, never really had a problem with The Rock." That's what The Rock said. I didn't know that. Like it's like, you heard this. Shut up. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
They're very good at dodging questions.
Yeah,
very political.
They're very good at dodging questions.
That's because they're fucking. They're very.
They're workers.
Yeah.
They know how to work. They know how to work things.
And then they've been doing it. Then they've been doing it for so long. Like you try to ask a question, you'll feel like, then what the fuck did I ask? I forgot what I asked.
Well, that's
not what I asked you.
You got to remember they're geniuses in psychology. You know what I mean? It's not just wrestling, it's psychology. It's to know when I'm going to make these people pop, when I'm going to make them boo,
yeah,
make them laugh, and Shawn Michaels is one of the greatest at it. Yeah. So
like I'm not gonna lie,
no, I wouldn't put
when they ask Triple H questions and he give an answer. I swear it's like they asked Kanye West a question.
DT2, I would not put Lash on
like Jay-Z?
SmackDown. I would put her on Raw because of the fact that you already have Jade Cargill on SmackDown. You don't want to have that many bigger black women on the same show. They have Nia Jax too. Like you'd be overloading the show with too many Amazonian women. Put her on Raw where they need somebody. They need a bigger woman that can move.
And now Julia on SmackDown now.
Well, they got Rhea though on Raw.
Yeah, they got Rhea, but you can work
characters. Yeah,
you can work around that.
Right.
But I thought
they would clash. Their characters are different enough that they would clash well.
But I thought they supposed to be doing a draft, bro. They like this how they fuck it up, and then every week we find an NXT wrestler going into a main roster instead of them doing the draft.
After Money in the Bank, they said they were doing the draft.
Man, but they used to always do it after WrestleMania.
Yeah, but they changed it.
Yeah, they can't. That's where I heard no more. But they
hey guys, sorry, I gotta run. But I appreciate you guys for having me on. Thank you so much.
Pop your socials out there, Krishan.
Yeah.
Oh, at Krishan the Don on X. You could follow my show on Misfit Nation at the Misfit Nation on Rumble. YouTube is at the Misfit Nation podcast. We're moving over to Rumble, so go follow us on Rumble. That's where you'll see all of our lives. Also, Podbean, misfitnation.podbean.com or iTunes or Apple Podcasts. I think that's what it is.
Are you still going to be on X?
I'll be probably streaming here and there on X because you can get away with pretty much anything. You know what I mean? You can literally show porn on X and you're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that how it is on Threads too?
On what?
Isn't that how it is for Threads too?
I'm not sure. Well, you know what I heard with Rumble, and maybe you guys would be interested in this, is that you can actually stream and show when you're streaming like Raw or like SmackDown or pay-per-view, you can actually show it on screen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys are
how?
I guess the copyrights don't copyright strike. Like YouTube will literally copyright strike you within seconds. I guess Rumble is a little less on that. So maybe you guys think about that with your future watch-alongs. Do it on Rumble. Yeah, man. Shout-outs to BX.
Heavily calculating.
Shout-outs to BX from Sports Jedi Network. He's the one that put me on information.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
Shout out to the New York Knicks too for Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, right. And the Yankees, just because I know BX is a fan.
Yeah, the Yankees. Well, I'm a fan of the Knicks, the Yankees, the Mets, Brooklyn, all that New York stuff. It's all me.
I always go for New York if they're going against a non-New York team.
Well, we put out Detroit. We had to put Detroit out first, then we went and put out Boston.
Good night, everybody. We closing the show off now.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's still salty about that.
Man, good night. I'm closing this show. Joe always starting bullshit.
Hey, New York was standing up about 50 to 100,000 people in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I would too if my player didn't get hurt.
Guys, much love, much respect. I appreciate the underappreciated wrestling fans.
Yo, thank you. We appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, bro.
Be safe, guys.
You too. Kick y'all socials out.
So let's talk about nothing because we're about to wrap this up. We got 2 minutes. Yeah, we're trying to keep it at 2 hours.
Yeah.
So for clip reasons, for AI clips. Thank you guys.
Hey, shoot your shots. Shoot your network. Shoot it out. Shoot your networks out, bro.
DT2, we love having you. We love having you guys interact. We love having you guys interact with us. Love having you guys in the stream. We love talking to you all. End of days. DT2, not a problem. Anytime you're more than welcome to come by Ask any questions you want. I will try to answer the best I can. I
Did
try
you
to
get
be
on the
as
show?
politically correct as I can. Sometimes I have to go non-politically correct, like a Maury Povich episode. It turned into
Yeah.
Jerry Springer.
Jump on the show if you want to.
Turn into who's the father to who's going to beat the father.
You know, you're a sick man for that one. You're a sick man for that. I can't believe you said that.
That could be interpreted in so many ways.
Well, I'm taking that in the Diddy ways, man. You giving me Diddy vibes now.
Who's going to beat the father?
Yo, did y'all see that P. Diddy begged? Oh shit, we running out of time, y'all.
P. Diddy
He
what?
begged Donald Trump for a pardon or some shit.
What?
What?
Like he begged Donald Trump to help him because he just was found guilty.
Oh, that's his fault.
He was found guilty because of a woman that actually enjoyed those experiences.
Yeah.
At that.
What? Diddy's got problems, man. Diddy's got problems.
Hey, you got to get famous somehow. And
She
got what she wanted. She's famous.
And look, and these are the type of problems that Diddy has now. Well, Diddy has more problems now because he ran out of baby oil.
Yeah.
So that's a whole other set of problems he's got right now.
Yeah, I got a whole closet.
He's in jail without the lube.
I got a whole closet of baby oil now.
He's in jail with no lube. So it's a rough ride.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
It is funny. That's why you laugh at it. It's a good joke.
Tory Lanez is innocent.
Yeah.
DT2 says I see. I don't know how to respond to what Joe said. LOL. Your mindset and knowledge is what impressed me the most, Joe. I could tell you really love wrestling. For the most part, I'm a casual wrestling fan. I've been watching. I am 43 years old, DT, and I've been watching wrestling since I was a baby. My dad used to sit me on his knee before I was even a year old. We used to watch wrestling with my dad, all the way back from WWF and NWA and WCW, AWA, even Lucha Libre. We used to watch Lucha Libre on the Spanish channel too.
Man, you told me you were 68.
68. Maybe you left nut.
Oh,
60.
wow.
Coughing out blanks.
Wow. Hey, I'm careful. I keep my gun in the holster until I have to use it, all right?
Listen, just because you spit out mushroom spores don't mean that it's you keeping it in the holster.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Hey, now we're gonna end the show.
D-Walk the dust bunny.
Man, good night, everybody. Psych, y'all thought we was over with. Jokes on y'all.
All right, so we got one over on y'all. All right. Again, everybody, thank you for stopping by. CJ Wolfie, thank you for stopping by. End of days, DT2HM, Rican Reactions. Who else? Lorenzo Granger, thank you for stopping
Lorenzo
by.
Granger, yeah.
Harley Cameron is a great character. I do like her as well. Jordan Grace should go back to the Performance Center. Yeah, she don't need to be on TV anymore. She needs to be taken off TV so we can protect the other female wrestlers. We need to have a protection order against Jordan Grace because she's trying to break people's necks and her own too. You know, we don't want self-harm coming to anybody.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is in the chat. I got to go way back. Skrill, thank you for stopping by, sir. Skrill is also a member of the Misfit Nation podcast. And Krishan already spat out all their stuff.
Yeah.
Chelsea Johnson, also known as CJ Wolfie. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right Hand Cam, thank you for stopping by, sir. Always appreciated. Mr. Flynn 810.
Yeah. Hey, that's one cool guy, man.
Huh?
That's
he looked like a
cool
scumbag.
Guy,
I don't know.
Oh,
he looked like
man.
a scumbag.
Hey.
Like a real scumbag.
Looked like
type of guy. that fuck your girl behind your back and then shake your hand afterwards.
Wow.
Lord.
For real, Terrell,
Wow.
which you're in the chat, you're in the live with us now.
Yeah, I was late. You know,
It's okay.
Yeah, it happened.
What else? That's it. That was everybody. I've named everybody that was in the chat. Da-da-da-da. DT2 says you're the best D-Walk.
Oh man,
And
thank you,
today's
man.
today's laughed. You got to put a laughing emoji.
Joe,
We try
Joe,
to have fun here, huh? What?
hey,
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
put some evil on my name. I'm not even an evil person.
Huh?
Joe put too much evil on me. I'm not even an evil person.
Don't you make me talk about the churches and the Bibles, all right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
D-Walk can't touch or read a Bible because it catches fire. Can't walk into a church because it starts to smoke, smolder, and catches fire. Anytime a
Wow.
man gets close to Jesus, he tries to burn the motherfucker. I don't understand.
Wow.
So if he had an emergency, he can't go to Baptist Memorial Hospital too.
Wow.
No, he can't go there either.
Where can I go?
Huh?
Where can I go?
The hell, if you're not careful.
Wow. So I can't go nowhere with anything with Baptist or nothing like that in there.
You might can go to church in Hell's Kitchen.
Oh man, here we go.
Oh, I'm kidding.
Here we go. I'll see y'all there though.
Yeah, you can go to Hell's Kitchen. Or you could go to there's a couple places you can go to. There's a couple of churches that will support your cause.
Where?
They're dark Lutheran churches.
Wow.
They usually wear all black, and usually wear amulets and things like that. They usually support that.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
He'll probably be there too.
Hey, if I'm ever at a Diddy party, I'm there stealing jewelry, cars, watches, everything. I'm walking in there with a plastic bag. I'm like, man, where you going? Stealing.
Where you go? Where you going? He's like, I got to find Diddy's room. Why? Because I have to smother him. That was what I was paid to do.
Man, hey, for real though, I'm being so serious on this. There's no way you had access, anybody had access to a Diddy party from the hood and went there just to fuck on some hoes or to get fucked.
No, I'm stealing.
Like, bro, you telling me you ain't, bro, put your gun out? Hey, everybody get naked right now. No, play.
I'm stealing.
You're right,
jewelry. I want the red bottoms and Balenciagas.
I want jewelry. I want plaques. I want jewelry. I want plaques. I want trophies. I'm like I said, I'm walking in with a pillowcase.
I'm telling you, I'm surprised nobody. I'm surprised nobody is. I'm surprised nobody got real seriously hurt. Well, I don't know. We don't know any of that. That might have happened.
Well, I know there was a story that J. Cole and P. Diddy got to tussling because P. Diddy said some disrespectful shit about Kendrick Lamar once at a bar, and he tried to hit him
for 2 hours waiting on your life. And he blew up Kid Cudi car.
You might
find. Forgot about that. Yo, he did blow up Kid Cudi's car.
You give it time, you might find some skeletons buried in Diddy's properties.
Yeah, he blew up Kid Cudi car, and Kid Cudi came out weird after that.
They might have to get the cadaver dogs out to start sniffing Diddy's property for bodies.
Damn.
Yeah, Kid Cudi got all weird wearing dresses after Diddy did that.
Come on, man. How many women do you think, or men, do you think that they've accidentally strangled from having sex or something like that? Think about that.
Tomorrow on that bondage shit, ain't no telling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So ain't no telling.
Accidents happen. Everybody's got to be a beginner at some point.
Man, y'all do see the dude, like the dude from Empire?
Yeah.
That shit sad. That shit sad as hell. And
Yeah,
that
it
kid, and
is.
he was what, 16, 15 when them motherfuckers was doing that shit to him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Justin Bieber, Usher,
Yeah.
they were kids when Diddy was doing that.
Yeah.
And he adopted Usher.
Yeah.
Had him in the house.
Yeah, his mom gave custody, gave guardianship to P. Diddy for
Had
money.
him in the house.
What
Full
did he
time.
say? Did he say we used to wrestle in the bed for the cornflakes every morning?
You remember the one guy that they had? Remember the video that came out? Which one? Which guy was that? D-Walk, the one that was in the bed, the one in the bedroom with Diddy, and you can hear him in the background screaming and shit.
Oh, Meek
And
Mill.
yeah,
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished?
you could hear the beating cheeks.
And you could hear him screaming, bro. That shit.
Yeah.
You can hear him screaming. You can hear the cheeks getting beat. And then Diddy comes out, fucking talking like I just tore that ass up.
That shit sounds scary, bro.
Yeah,
I
man.
ain't gonna lie.
Diddy got to be talked about because Diddy's in the Celebrity Hall of Fame, isn't he?
Yeah.
In the WWE?
Yeah.
Or he was.
He is. Yeah, he was. Or he is.
And he's had appearances on WWE programming.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw.
And perform.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Wait, are we still live?
Oh, good night, y'all.
Xristo.